Returning to John chapter 15, continuing in verse 13 through 17. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends. Think about that. You are my friends, if you do whatsoever I command you. From this point forth, I call you not servants, for the servant doesn't know what his Lord does. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. These things I command you, that you love one another. I entitled what I'm going to share with you today, A Celebration of Love. We're about to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. But why? Why do you celebrate Christ's birth? Why do you celebrate anybody's birthday? Well, we do that because their life meant or means something to us. We express our love and appreciation for the impact that they've had on our lives. But that impact, if it's widespread, especially throughout a culture, becomes known as a holiday, a day set aside to celebrate the life of an individual. We have a few of them. Washington's birthday, Lincoln's birthday, Martin Luther King, and right now, Jesus Christ. He was born over 2,000 years ago, but we still celebrate it. Think about that impact. But that impact has to be positive, has to be beneficial to your life, or you wouldn't celebrate it. We don't memorialize the birthdays of Hitler, Nero, Benedict Arnold. Don't even know what dates those occurred. But unfortunately, over time, the meaning of the day of commemoration often gets obscured by the manner of the celebration. Instead of a time of remembrance and honor and appreciation, most holidays have turned into simply just commercialized party times. Sometimes the actual dates have been changed to accommodate longer weekends and vacation times. It got so bad in the 1640s that in the United States, well, we weren't the United States at the time, we were colonies, and in parts of England and Scotland, Christians banned the celebration of Christmas. Look it up sometime, it's pretty interesting. The riotous drunkenness and all the stuff that went on to celebrate Christmas, the pagan traditions that were incorporated and to this day still are into the Christmas celebration, Christians banned it. Tried to get people to stop doing it. See, it's not much different today. Have you listened on the radio to what they call Christmas songs lately? They're self-centered expressions of wants and desires, all about dysfunctional emotional relationships. Winter festivals, Santa Claus, reindeer, shopping. And to some extent, it's the return of Saturnalia. I won't go into that today. You can look that one up. The festival of Saturnalia is pretty well aligned with what most people do this week. So I ask, how do you plan to celebrate Christ's birth? Today, people often give physical gifts to one another. Why do we do that? Have you ever gone to someone's birthday party and brought gifts for all the attendees, but nothing for the one whose birthday it was? How did that get started? Why do we do that? Why do we forget about Jesus and give gifts to all these other people and then have them give gifts to us? What's that all about? The night that Jesus Christ was born, the shepherds came. They didn't bring him any gifts. When the Magi came, they brought physical gifts to that promised Messiah, but there was no exchange of gifts. What makes Jesus Christ's birthday so special is that God gave us the gift of his Son because he loved us. In John 3:16, it says, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Well, it means more than just giving him to us in the fact that he was born. Jesus gave his life for us because he loved us. He sacrificed himself for us. That's why we remember his birth. That's why we celebrate it. Jesus Christ's life enabled us to receive a spiritual gift. By his payment for our sin and the sin of the world, made it available for the restoration of a relationship with God and to have that spiritual gift of Holy Spirit in us again. That's amazing. But at this time of year, do you think about it? Doesn't have to be. That's the other crazy thing about holidays is they take something that should be done almost every day, if not every day, and they cram it into one little day, as if that's the only day you're supposed to focus on or remember it. In Ephesians, it tells us that we should walk in love as Christ walked in love. The example that was set for us by his life. I just read you chapter 15 of John, verses 8 through 17. And his commandment to us to love one another, to walk in love, to demonstrate and express love as he did for us by keeping his commandments, by doing what we should do for one another. He set that example for us to follow. He said, love one another as I've loved you. Better example of a loving gift is there than to give of yourself like Christ did. In your program, it says that we're going to have special music. Oh Holy Night is going to be sung. In your program, it says by Josh Groban. Well, he's not here today. So we have some folks that want to sing for us. So by all means, Sandra.